Hello ladies and gentlemen, Lord Wraith here, and welcome to a new episode of Large Ship Review. That's right, we're doing a large ship today, and today we've got something very special. Now it comes to us from a gentleman called David McGee E03, and what's he given us? Well, let's have a look and let's see what he's presented us. Now, as you can see, we've got something pretty familiar here. We've got some atmospheric landers, and we've got 4 of them. Now, this is called the Atmospheric Lander Transport Ship. Now, I think it's done a very nice idea. It's basically, how do the landers, when we're playing the game, how do the landers get to the planets, and how do we get transported to them? Well, he's taken that concept and he's run with it, and I think it's a very good idea. Now, this gentleman doesn't have a lot of hours in the game. He's only got about 550, and he's been on Steam for about 4 years. So as you can see, it's a very simple, easy design. Now, it's not, obviously it's not planet capable. That's why we have the landers. But yeah, it's a lovely little design. It seems to me that what he's done, he's taken a concept and he's decided, yeah, well, I can expand on that. I can expand on that little storyline, and that's exactly what he seems to have done. So let's have a look inside and see what he's given us. Now, obviously, because he's only, as I would say, a very young engineer, as in he hasn't a lot of time in the game, we have got a bit of a Spartan bridge, which I'm sure as time progresses, he will start making better use of, sort of like maybe the rotor hack, and give us a bit more bridge or a bit more decorative work in that regard. But yeah, let's have a look what we've got here. Let's bring up the hood. So as you can see, he's got the releases for all the landers on the various things, and he's included gravity generators as well. So I should imagine on that one, that's it on the hood, yeah, for the ship. So that's it on the hood, on that. So I should imagine that's just so you can release the landers down to the planet. Right, so let's take a look and see what we've got inside this ship. Now, as you can see, it's all oxygen ready. Now, I do know he's left some of his doors open, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's just go and get all his doors. Let's just close that one. And now, this is obviously a bit of a Spartan area, so you can expand on this if you want to put anything in, and I'm sure it's sort of like putting like cargoes and stuff like that. So there's a lot of room to play with in regards to things you want to do and how you want to put things in. But yeah, it's a lovely sort of like idea. So if we go up here, we take up. Now, as you can see, oops. Let's close those doors. Yeah, let's shut that door. Now, as you can see, that's the airlock. Now, it is mirrored on the other side, obviously, but that's the airlock to the outside. If we come in here, whoop, and what we've got here is we've got our cryo tubes. Now, obviously, you're going to need some way of transporting the engineers through space until they can get to the various planets, and then obviously they can land. So here we've got transport cryo tubes. We've got a med bay here for spawning out. He's sort of like, you know, started doing a little bit of decorative with the corridor blocks on the side acting as bunks. But again, yeah, very Spartan. He hasn't done any readouts. I haven't been able to find sort of like many or any sort of programmable blocks or timers to put in some scripts. So I should imagine he'll probably start looking at that. So yeah, there we are. We've got some more here, so we can transport up to 8 altogether, 8 engineers altogether. And if we go through here, close them doors, and we come back down. So there's the other airlock. So we've just done a complete circle on that. And we'll close those. Now, if you come this way, now again, this is mirrored either side. So we just take this route here. Whoops. And we can close those doors there. So again, what has he got? This is for level 2. Well, in level 2 at the back is our engineering room, or the engine room, and as you can see, it's a double level. So he is making a lot of use of the room that's around. So there's our jump drive. We've got our large reactors there, plenty of gyros, all nicely placed out. there's our oxygen generator, and obviously we've got our rear engines there at the back. So yeah, he's got a nice little scheme going here with his colours. So as you can see, if we come round here, this just leads around to allows you to, if you want to repair the various engines if they do suffer any damage. So a very good idea actually. So let's come back round here, and if we go down and we come down here, and again there's access ways to all areas of the ship. So yes, you can actually, this is a vanilla build by the way, so you can actually put this into any world. So say like if you were inclined to start transporting the landers around, you can use this ship to do so. Right, so let's close that off, and let's have a look at this section. Now this is very interesting, this one. So let's open that, and again we've got a bit of a double airlock system going. So let's open that, there we go. And let's go down here. Now what's he giving us at the back here? Whoop. Well, at the back, if we just close those doors, jump down here. Now I'm going to have to put my pack on, there we are. Now this is literally how the engineers get down. So if we close those doors now, and yeah, they come down here obviously, you know, they can run down like that. And if they want to, they can if they want to, they can jump across and access their we haven't got any power on that one. Let's turn some power on. There we go, and there you are. So in you go, you're in, you're sorted, and you're all set up, and away you go to jump on your lander, the standard lander. Now he has made a little modification to the lander to get him to work, and I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, you've got this sort of like catwalk here, and he's done a very nice job of linking it to the ship by the interior pillars, using the interior pillars very, very nicely. And he's got these little lights going as well on the interior pillars. And as you can see, the way he's done it, the way he's set the whole thing up, is he's got the gravity generator there. So obviously that will then help push the ship down from out of atmosphere, down from space. And he's got a merge block here. Now obviously we don't have the merge block on the landers when you do, but again obviously he's had to have some way of connecting the actual landers themselves to the ship and not suffer from the drunken drive sort of situation. We've all seen that, where if we connect things just by landing gears or by connectors and we try to fly it, it's sort of like it makes the ship very, very hard to control. But as you can see, he's got multiple gravity generators here on each arm that I'm sure would push these down into the planetary surface. So let's do something here. Let's just test this. Let's just get one of these, and if we turn that on, there we go, we open that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the actual engines on. So has he got let me see, Atmos engines, atmospheric lander on. Now yeah, he's set them all to off. So let's put them all on. That way we can start them all up. They've all gone on, and if we could turn these on as well. Reactors. So let's turn all our reactors on. So we've got those running. Yep. Yeah. And batteries as well. Obviously he's prepped it. Obviously if you were going into the thing. There we are. Oh, I see. He's set it up so you can just turn them on like that, and away I should imagine away you go. So yeah, all the batteries are turned off as well. So let me just get the batteries going. could turn all those on. Same with the oxygen generators and oxygen tanks. So there you are, everything's turned on, we're ready to fly. Let's give this a test now. So if we go back up, and we could take a little shortcut in through the side locks here. There we go. In through the side airlock. And again, shut those behind us. Now, if you notice, if I'll bring the hood up in a minute, and if you'll notice, I'm actually right on. Now I've set this up before, because in my world I like to know where the planetary limits are. So if we just bring up the hood, and we bring up things, oops. So let me just bring up the hood. There we are. Now, as you can see, I am right above the planetary limit. So if I come down, and if you'll notice, we'll enter into the planetary limit. There you go. So the ship has now literally just entered into the planetary limit, and we are now ready to rock and roll. So if we just do 1, 2, 3, and then obviously it's going to be a case of merge blocks. So if we just bring, as he's not set them up, but I'm sure you could bring them on. So if we just go to merge blocks, so which one? So right, easy way to do this, let's just do this way. And obviously this is sort of like small errors that a seasoned engineer will sort of like get round, or not make a mistake like that. So things like this, we're setting the ships up properly to do the various bits and pieces. Obviously, because he's only a new sort of like, if you like, a new person at the game, because he's only got 550 hours in the game, I'm sure we can forgive him for this. Right, so if we just press 9, and there you go. So let's follow them down. Oh, this should be fun. So there you are. It works. Isn't that great? Isn't that lovely? So that's how we can do a mass drop. I think this is fantastic. What a lovely idea. What a lovely idea. Now, obviously they will speed up as they start to get further and further down into the planetary gravity well. But yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful way of doing things. Oh, we're not going to have mid-airs, are we? No, please. So there you go. That's the if we just zoom back up, where are we now? Oh, I've lost everything. There's that planet. There we are. So yeah, that's how you would transport the planetary landers. If you take the story a little bit further, if Keen were to do that and say, right, well, what are you doing? This is how we would do it. Well, I'm sure this is what they probably think of to do. Yeah, so what a lovely little design. It's called the Atmospheric Lander Transport Ship. It comes to us from a gentleman called David McGee, E03. And like I said, he's only about 550 hours in the game, and he's only been on Steam for about 4 years. I'll leave a link in the description below. Yeah, go visit him, go and give him some love, and have a look. I think this is the first design he's ever put on the workshop, so I'm sure there'll be some more, but go and check this one out, and yeah, you could have some fun like that. Where are we? Let's have a look. Let's see how they're doing. How you doing, guys? Yep, they're all on the way down. What a wonderful thing. Right, yeah, so I'll leave it like that. Way past. Way, oh. There we go. And if we just jump out. Right, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave it there. And I will catch you all again on the next episode of Large Ship Review. Take care. Bye.